Thank you so much for joining us. We're here with John and Greg, the winners of season 35 of The Amazing Race, new millionaires in the country.
Woohoo!
So congratulations again.
Congrats, guys.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll just jump into our interview and get started so we don't take too much of your time. We know you guys are pulled in all different directions this week. So if you guys could tell us, how long, now that we know that you made it to the final leg, how long was your total experience?
So we started June 7th. That's when we flew into LA. We spent some time in LA before even starting the actual race. And that final leg ended around 2 or 3 a.m. on July 8th. So just over a month, just a hair over a month.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad. I was thinking maybe it was like a month and a half or something.
Honestly, like before we went on, I assumed it was going to be like 6 months, but Johnny and I were so excited we would have signed anything. We would have made it work.
This is Evie. What was your favorite challenge throughout the whole entire race?
Hey, Evie, nice to talk to you again. I would say my favorite challenge was the mural challenge, the one that we did in, I believe, India. And that one was fun because Johnny and I, we came in and we knew that puzzles were going to be our top challenge. And it was like really the hardest puzzle that we could solve. I mean, like we just got it wrong so many times. We had to just keep going back and debug and try to figure it out. So that one was the challenge I was like the most proud of, just kind of having fun running around and trying to solve the puzzle.
Yeah, when it comes to being proud, that one, in general, we've been saying the carnival for a long time. Selfishly, I really like the glider in Slovenia, especially because, like I said in the episode, once you find your clue, you just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. It was really spectacular up there. I even got to fly the plane for a little bit, which is really cool. It's just a little joystick. So,
that's cool.
Really enjoyed it. Yep.
This is Emma, and on the last kayak challenge, were you allowed to use notes, or was that all from your memory?
We were not allowed to use them. Yeah, go ahead, Johnny.
We weren't allowed to use notes in the final challenge. We had to study over the course of the race, write down things, and just get ready for whatever they throw at the end. The hard thing too was just how physical that challenge was, because you had to remember what the names and orders were while lugging these kayaks around and putting them up above your heads. So it had a few elements to it that made it all the more challenging.
I feel like you guys did a really good job on that.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Yeah, we kind of lucked out because, Johnny, we've been taking notes pretty much the entire race. And that was one of the things we were studying pretty hard, was the names of the challenges, which I'm not sure if, everyone decided to do. So having to take good notes. And obviously it was huge that we were able to kind of pump that one out because we were so far behind.
So walk us through that a little bit. So when you take notes in a notebook or something after each leg or each challenge or each night or however it really folds out, because we see it in episodes, are you guys studying that at the end of the night? Are you guys studying as the further you go on? So that way you know, because there's going to be some kind of examination or review at the end on that last leg. Like how does that work?
Right. Well, we actually need to take the notes on the leg most of the time. While we're in a taxi on the way to somewhere, we'll jot some stuff down, because at the end of the leg, they'll take your clues. All of those pieces of paper with the names and details, they take it. So you need to get it down on paper before they confiscate. For us to study is to go through that notebook. But at the end of the day, you're running the previous day in your head over and over and over again. This race is all encompassing. And so the only thing I could think about was what happened the previous days and what I was going to do tomorrow. And so studying helped, but I think reliving this entire experience just has solidified at least the types of things that were being challenged in this final challenge.
Yeah. And then one more thing was that, like, the one thing they didn't show was that, you can study all you want, the names of the places and the names of the challenges. But one thing we had to do is we had to put a picture of the pit stop alongside the country or alongside the leg that it correlated to. And that part was a very difficult part because you can't really study that back, right? Like, it's just kind of something that's seared into your head. So that was a difficult part of the challenge as well.
This is Evie. What was one of your favorite moments in the race that was not shown on the show?
Ooh, I would say our first win in India was the part that I was really excited about, but they didn't show, mainly because coming to the pit stop, Johnny and I were 100% confident that we were in second because we had a lot of data points that said that we were in second, so we were pretty confident. But then when we found out we were first, I mean, you could see it in our faces. It's almost like we won the whole thing. So that was a great moment for us.
And for me, just going back to Slovenia, not only on that second leg were we in first place the whole time, which was quite the luxury, we also just got to see this like crash course of Slovenian nature between the caves and the forests and the water. So I remember getting to the caves and just being just shooketh from how beautiful they were. And I think we got to get a lot of our cut of reactions on the show too. So you heard all of our reactions. Just gorgeous. Drop dead gorgeous.
This is Emma, and if we opened your backpack prior to the race starting, what would we find?
Funny you should ask. We're going to try to do a YouTube video to go through what we packed, but we actually have a spreadsheet of everything we packed. And it's not much. I think we tried to keep it under 10 pounds max. A lot of that weight in the day ends up being water. And so the weight of the backpack at the beginning of the day is so much heavier than the end of the day. We also only packed the absolute essentials and one or two of everything. So that shirt we're wearing, we just have that one shirt. And we have 2 pairs of underwear, 1 pair of shorts, 1 pair of pants, 2 pairs of socks. And we do all of our laundry in the sink when we get to the hotel. So lean and mean. And then also putting in a few tools that we've seen in the race, like clickers, so that if we need to count stairs, we're able to do that well. Or, we used
good idea.
canteen. So we used a clip to be able to hold our water shoes on our backpack so we didn't have to put the wet shoes in our bag. Just little tools and trinkets here and there to help out.
Oh, that's awesome. Great idea, you guys. Way to go. All right. Well, we'll be looking forward to that. Very cool. So now that you've won, have you guys treated yourself to anything extravagant or given your bought like a congratulations gift for yourself or anything? I mean, I kind of liken it to like an actor that gets their first big break. Like, did you guys treat yourself to something at all since the win?
Yeah, good question. I mean, I took myself and my girlfriend to like a nice little fun date, but no, we haven't actually gotten the money yet. But I think when we do, we're planning on treating ourselves to little goodies here and there. I know I definitely want a laptop, like a new laptop, and Johnny really wants a guitar. Also, just kind of like treat our family to like a trip, because we travel as a family a lot. So yeah, nice. We're definitely planning on treating it, but probably going to invest a lot of it, which is boring but true.
Yeah, yesterday I did my technically first splurge by taking a Lyft to JFK instead of the E train, and it felt good. I patted myself on the back. Good job, July John.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good. Now, on the trips, I believe on the legs that you guys won, I know there were some cash prizes, I believe, but were there some trip prizes too that you guys won?
Totally. We won 2 trips, one to Namibia and one to New Zealand, which we are elated about. Like, who could ask for any other 2 more like exotic trips from the U.S.? So really happy about that. And they come as like these 1 key cash experience points. So we got to figure out like what that means. Not only for usage, but also tax purposes.
Yeah, for sure. But I remember when we first met you, that New Zealand was on your list. You guys had mentioned that you said New Zealand.
I definitely remember that.
Called me out on it, but New Zealand, I'll solidify as the top of that list. So I'm glad Rob got Fiji. We got New Zealand. Let's hope Joel and Garrett love Galapagos, and it's all fine.
We're all figuring it out. Yeah. Some great trips this season too, because I think Victor and Jocelyn also got like Patagonia or something. So really some great trips.
Yeah, that's some pretty cool places.
I remember in that leg when you won the trip to New Zealand, I was like, hey, that was on their list to go to. And I was like, I'm happy for them because they got to go where they wanted to go.
Nice.
Thank you.
Good memory. Yeah, and that leg was funny too, because I mean, if you watch it back, it feels like it's like, you guys won first place, and as a prize, you get to go to my home. And then we just flipped out. Like, we knew exactly what he was about to say after he said my home.
This is Evie. What was your least favorite roadblock throughout the whole entire show? Or detour?
My least favorite roadblock, but also the one as a viewer I respect a ton, is the final tile challenge in Vietnam to end that massive mega day. It was psychologically thrilling to hear Phil check in teams while you're still working. is just like a pressure like no other, and to see the teams dwindle down. So while in the moment I was sweating my body weight and freaking out, watching back, it was very entertaining, and hopefully for the rest of America.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
It was entertaining for me.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. That was so nerve-wracking. Johnny killed it.
Is there anything else that you want fans to know about your experience or the win or just the show in general? Anything?
I will say, if anybody is looking at the show and they feel, like, oh, I could do this with my brother or my girlfriend or my whatever, just apply. Like Johnny and I took way too long to apply. Not too long. Obviously, it came into a good time, but we took longer than we probably should have to apply. And we're so incredibly, incredibly happy that we did it. And so casting is open now. If you ever had any sort of inkling to do it, now is the time. Like, just go for it. You never regret throwing your hat in the ring.
Yes, my parents, my dad wants my other dad to apply, and they could go on together for the next season. But he doesn't want to. He's like, no, we shouldn't apply. But even if you apply, you might not get it. So
Right. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. No, I'm all for it. It's just my spouse is not. So
Makes sense. I've got a fun fact, and it's that this is the best cast ever. Really enjoyed all of these people, such great competitors. And we just really recognized that after leaving the show and people watching it back and going, wow, we love all these teams. And we're like, well, we love each other. And if everyone loves us, I guess this must mean we're historically good. So props to Joel and Garrett and Rob and Corey. Absolutely beasts of competitors, and just a privilege to play alongside them.
it was amazing because we were watching, and I did see this a lot on social media also, and that with all the 3 final teams, I'm like, I would be happy with any of them winning. I mean, we had our favorite. We're lucky enough to talk to you guys, but we were happy with anyone. We're like, I think they're all really cool. They really seem like really genuine people, and any of the 3 teams we'd be happy for.
Yeah, we felt the same way. And I don't know if it came across on the show, because a lot of times, The Amazing Race tries to make it look close, but it's really not all that close. This was genuinely so close. I mean, you heard it on the show. It was truly 60 to 120 seconds between when we finished
close
and when Joel and Garrett finished. Yeah,
Wow.
So tough competitors,
Yeah.
and so lovable. So lovable.
Oh, man. The most lovable.
I was so happy for you guys when you won, but if it was me with that prize money, I would secretly buy another dog. A puppy, to be exact.
Hey, I'll support that.
Thank you.
Support that. That's awesome.
Well, thank you for joining us, guys. And we just want to say again, congratulations on not only the win for season 35, but I've also learned since then that you guys have made Amazing Race history. Is that correct, as a team?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm assuming, the first all-black male team to win, which is awesome. I mean, that's great representation. We didn't really have too many role models for reality TV kind of growing up, and especially in tech. So, I mean, it's great to kind of have that as a spotlight as well.
Yeah,
But
that's awesome.
It's been great to see the rest of CBS. Yeah, just be able to have some champs that look like us. I think Survivor, Big Brother has been even more diverse in winners over the years. So glad we're able to contribute in our own little way.
Well, that's awesome. Congratulations again on your win. Well deserved. And for being trailblazers too. We love it. And we will always appreciate meeting you guys and you offering your time for our podcast. It's been pretty amazing. So thank you so much, guys.
thank you so much.
Anytime, will we hear from you next season?
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. Yep. We're starting to get a little momentum going. And I think that after the next season, we'll hit a level where we can actually do something with it. So yeah, it'll be fun.
Thank you,
Cool.
and
We got it.
congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, let us know if you
Thank
need
you.
anything. We love you guys.
Happy holidays to you guys.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.